I learned a bunch of like what the young kids are saying.
What they saying?
The Riz.
Oh, you better stop it. You just learned that?
Massive like the low taper fade. Ninja meme.
Detroit, bro.
I'm crazy.
What's up with you?
Is there a group chat with all the 2,000-yard rushers and like you guys welcome Saquon into the group chat?
Yo, what's good, beautiful people? We're back here on a beautiful football week. We got the Pro Bowl coming up. Super Bowl's following right up after that. We got a lot of football to talk about. Pew! Bet you can't guess whose jersey this is.
I saw as you were walking away. I was trying to see who it was. I was going to ask you. No, but I didn't see it because you had the hoodie on, so I was blocking it.
Bet you can't guess.
Give me a hint.
A hint. It's Eagles colors, but Chiefs player.
California.
Look at the number.
9. Juju Smith-Schuster.
Bingo.
1-0 on the day. 1-0 on the day.
That's just a sneak peek of how I'm feeling about the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl, right? I'm not going to be a hater and be like, oh, the Chiefs again, because that's messed up to certain players, you know? Like, I like a lot of the players on the team, Juju being one of them, so I'm happy for my boy. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Chiefs. Shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to the Bills. Shout out to the Ravens. Shout out to the Cleveland Browns, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Browns. Shout out to our guest today.
Yes, sir.
We got a good one today. We got a legend today.
And shout out to you for liking and subscribing and continuing to watch Air It Out every week with us.
All right, now let's hop right into the first segment. This is a little bit of a teaser for who our guest is. There is 9 2,000-yard rushers in NFL history. Combined, can me and you name them all?
I think we can just because off the rip, I can think of at least 5.
Don't name our guest first. We'll put them in there somewhere. Like, we'll hide them in there.
You said don't name them first?
Don't name our guest first.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Little suspension.
All right. Ready?
Suspense. Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
Saquon Barkley.
Derrick Henry.
Hold on. Wow. Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson. I blinked for a second. O.J. Simpson. Got him. Barry. I almost said Barry had to have done it. Eric Dickerson. Wait a minute. We already had 6. Chris Johnson. Duh. CJ2K.
Chris Johnson. CJ2K.
God.
We're right there.
How many? You said 9?
Yep, 9.
We need two.
Terrell Davis.
He had 2K? Okay, 8. I don't got 9.
We got 8.
Wait, I think Marshall Faulk might have done it.
The greatest show on turf, it's gotta be Marshall Faulk, right?
Did LaDainian do it?
LT might have done it.
Google it.
I am. I'm doing a little Googler. Terrell Davis.
Jamal Lewis. I did not see that coming.
AP, Derek.
I'm gonna hold you, bro. I don't know who that fella is. Yeah,
Jamal Lewis was a monster.
Well, you gotta think.
Absolute
2003,
monster.
I was 5. I was still playing freaking baseball and bowling.
I can't believe LT or Marshall Faulk didn't get 2,000 yards.
I would have thought for sure at least one of them got 2K. Now I need to know how close they came. Yeah, I ain't see that coming. And if you watch and said, how'd you not know that? You're lying. Or you're 40. I don't believe you. So boom, we just talked about all the 2K rushes in NFL history, but now we probably got one of the most well-known, it's in the nickname. We got Chris Johnson today. CJ2K, welcome, baby.
What's up, man? Glad to be here.
So you're down in Mobile, Alabama. What's going on in Mobile right now?
We're down here with Jim Nagy in the Senior Bowl, helping scouting these kids that's, just finished their last game in college in hopes to raise their draft stock for the NFL draft right now. You got some good guys. You got Jalen Merrill. You got Jason Dart. You got a lot of talented guys down here. And, I'm just excited to see these guys at practice and one-on-ones and all the different type of things they got going on.
Is there any running backs that are down there that are the next 2,000-yard rusher? Who's the next one coming out of the Senior Bowl?
You got some guys now. You got some guys. It's hard for me to just put that tag on them guys and say that, but we got some good guys that I'm interested in seeing, like Ollie Gordon, Donovan Edwards from Michigan, a couple of those guys, man. You got what's his name? Damian Martinez from Miami. So you got a couple guys down here that I'm excited to see for sure.
All right. Well, there's one guy that I need you to start talking about more. It's LaQuint Allen from Syracuse University. I'm a Syracuse guy, so I know we got our quarterback Kyle McCord, Rondé Gatson that are down there. So keep an eye out for my guys, on my Syracuse guys.
Yeah, that's the first guy that that's crazy because yesterday we had check-in, and that's the first guy that I met. Got a real good personality, and I talked I talked it up with him for about like 30, 45 minutes, and I think he's gonna be a good guy.
No, absolutely love it. Well, we already mentioned it. You're one of only 9 running backs to rush for over 2,000 yards. You did it with the Tennessee Titans. Saquon Barkley just got added to the list. Tell us, how hard is it to rush for 2,000 yards in a season? So much has to go into it.
Man, there's so much has to go in it. Your defense have to play well. They have to give you the ball. You have to stay healthy. You got to be available. You got to be able to take on that workload to get those touches, game in and game out, and you just got to be focused. Like you have to be in a different zone. Um, Too many of those holes or those open up holes or those plays that you can't miss. You got to be on it, and you got to be able to be that home run hitter threat. Like you got to be able to have those 60, 70, 80-yard runs to get to those 2,000 yards in the season.
Talking about Saquon, he's had the ability to have those long runs. He runs you over. He's breaking tackles. What makes Saquon Barkley so unique in his ability? You know, obviously, I was with him in New York.
Right.
I'm so happy he's having success. But what makes Saquon Barkley such a unique running back?
What make him so unique, he has a stop and start move. He can get back the full speed like that. And then not only that, you see his lower half of his body, how big his legs is. Like he's able to break tackles. Like when that's a lot of things that a lot of people don't realize when you're going for 2,000 yards in these records, because it's not always going to be blocked up perfectly where you just get the ball and run through the line and score. You got to break tackles, yards after contact. And the thing that I like about Saquon so much is that first guy is never bringing him down. I don't care if it's blocked correctly or it's not blocked correctly. He's able to make that first guy miss. His stop and start and his vision, his cutback ability, all those type of things goes into when you getting these 2,000 yards. You look at a guy like myself. You look at Derrick Henry. You look at Adrian Peterson, Barry Sanders. A lot of these guys, when you're looking at their highlight tapes or their film of these 2,000-yard season, you're gonna see vision plays a big part of it. You're gonna see making guys miss, breaking tackles is a big part of it.
Real quick, speaking about records and longevity and endurance, how do you feel about him sitting out that last week instead of going for that all-time record?
Ah man, I know if it was me, I probably would have wanted to get that all-time record because I understand, like, after you're done with the game and you're retired, those are things that you can hang your hat on and stuff like that. And then it's another situation where, like, when you're in the game and, like, you won a Super Bowl, like, what at the time and period, what would make him more happy right now? Is it going to try to get those 2,000? I mean, the record and getting hurt, and then not getting the record and not getting a chance to get a Super Bowl, or sitting out, resting up, and coming back and winning the Super Bowl. At the end of the day, now he going to win that Super Bowl. Everything makes sense to what he did. But if they don't win the Super Bowl, it's like, damn, I ain't get the Super Bowl and I sat out and didn't get a record, because the way that Saquon has been running and playing this year, everybody know 104 yards, he probably would have got that in the first half.
No, 100%. But the Giants probably were going to, it's the last game of the season. They're not playing for anything. They'd be throwing their bodies around. Ankle gets rolled up on. I even think getting to the Super Bowl and having a chance at it is worth resting in that last week of the season. CJ, when did it go from Chris Johnson to CJ2K? What's that feeling like when, now all of a sudden, me and AJ talk about it all the time. When you got a nickname, you know you're a real one.
Yeah, but especially when you got a nickname that you didn't create yourself. It's crazy. So like your whole life change. You go from just like a regular guy or a guy in the NFL. And I'm not just gonna say just like change. Like when you say it changed from Chris Johnson to CJ2K, now you're not just Chris Johnson, another football player in the NFL. Like you're really like a superstar. Like you're one of the faces of the NFL, basically the face of your organization. So it's just like a lot of times, like people come in the league for like different reasons. Some for money. Well, I'm pretty sure if we wouldn't be getting paid, a lot of people wouldn't be doing it. But it's money, leave a legacy, and things like that. And to be a superstar in this league, and a guy that, if when they're talking about football running back, that they have to mention in every conversation, it's just different.
Now, is there a group chat with all the 2,000-yard rushers, and like you guys welcome Saquon into the group chat?
The Heisman
Nah,
goes.
we don't got that. It's crazy because Terrell Davis, he actually was trying to start something up, and I'm not sure if it's still in the works or something, but we just felt like we needed something special, like how they have the Hall of Fame and how they have different little organizations throughout it, like a 2,000-yard club, something special that we can do, that we can induct guys in when they have those seasons and stuff like that. It was something he was trying to put together or whatever like that, but nah, we don't have nothing like that.
We need to make this happen. So we're gonna figure this out. We'll talk to Saquon. We had Saquon on earlier in the year. We've had you on. I feel like we're the program that needs to make this happen, AJ.
That's a fact. Hey, when you talk about, leaving a legacy, back, back before I was playing when I was playing 2K5, the Tennessee Titans was Chris Johnson.
Right.
All that entire me growing up, I would only use the Titans just to use Chris Johnson. So it's like, how do you feel the game is really appreciating running backs nowadays, especially this season? Do you feel like the running back position is earning their respect again?
Yeah, I feel like they is. They try to go away from us, but it's hard to go away from us when you have Derrick Henry go for 2,000, then a couple years later you have Saquon go for 2,000, and then when you look at the teams that are deep in the playoffs, those teams have running backs. Like you have to run the ball in the playoffs to make it to the Super Bowl. So as much as during the year you want to throw it all over the field and things like that, look at Buffalo last night. Who was one of the main factors of that game? It was Kupp. You know what I'm saying? So like you look at all these teams around the league, the teams that are making the furthest are the teams that got a solid running game.
No, 100%. So here's a great question I have for you. Who is a guy right now? I know there's only one, CJ2K, but if there's a guy right now you're like, ooh, I like his game. He reminds me a little bit of how he does this, reminds me of myself. Who would that guy be?
Hey Justin, before he answer, who do you think?
Well, that's why I was asking.
Should be easy.
No, I'm saying before he answers, who do you think though?
I know it. It should be easy. Like who you think I'm gonna say?
Easy?
Yes.
Who do you think? Like today?
It shouldn't be. I mean, like you just said, like there's not one running back. Like right now, if you're talking running backs, there's a few names you're talking about. You're talking about Saquon, Derek. Right now, you're also talking about Josh Jacobs up in Green Bay.
Are you serious right now?
Right, for real. We telling when you can model. I feel like you model a game after myself.
Bro, Justin, you're not thinking about nobody up in blue.
Come on now.
In blue, Giants, Buffalo. I was gonna say
Detroit, bro.
Oh my God, Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah, what am I?
Yeah.
I'm crazy. I'm crazy. And you didn't even.
What's up with
I
you?
actually apologize. Damn, man. I can't. I wasn't even going there. I wasn't even thinking about Detroit at all.
And you know who I would have thought before I watched the game last night? Freaking Isaiah Pacheco. Last year he had me stressed out. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, Chris is a sprinter, though, man. He's track and field. When he sees Pacheco run, he does not think of himself. There ain't no way he thinks of Pacheco.
That was the one I said. If you really think about it, though, because he has some pit bull in him a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about a stiff on somebody, you just start growling on him. But I cannot believe he was not thinking about Buddy up in Detroit.
I've been talking about Jahmyr Gibbs all year. That's on me.
Right.
That's on me, 100%. All right, hold on. Stop making fun of me.
Had to get
Chris,
it out.
give us your top 5 running backs in the NFL then. Where's
now?
Gibbs at if he's you?
You saying right now? Okay, you gotta go. You gotta go. Saquon. You gotta go. Derek Gibbs. Um, Josh Jacobs. Um, who else we got?
Well, I was going to say Joe Mixon in Houston had a great year. I mean, with the offensive line wasn't doing great. I like Kenneth Walker up in Seattle. I mean, David Montgomery's obviously there.
Yeah, I can't lie. I gotta go Mixon.
Mixon. I mean, what I love about Mixon too, he's
Mixon
another one of those
or
guys.
yeah, Mixon or James Cook had a pretty good year, but Mixon has had he's been more consistent like year in and year out. Mixon have so
All right, so you did top 5 currently. I'm going to make it harder now. Top 5 all time.
Uh-oh.
all time.
Uh-oh.
I gotta go Barry, OJ, myself. I put myself at 3. Um, AP, AP at 4, and and Eric Dickerson at 5. No.
All right, man.
Eric Dickerson. I gotta go Eric Dickerson at 4, and then I gotta go AP at 5.
All
Yeah, look,
right, all
we
right.
can't argue with it, Judge. I mean, you might be able to, but I can't argue with it because I ain't never
I
watched
can't.
Eric.
Look, I may say I need my guy Saquon or Derrick Henry. Maybe probably Derrick because Derrick has done
But
more. Like,
you said pass. Derek and
yeah, you're
Saquon
right. I
still
know, I
playing.
know.
Yeah, you said all the time. Once you get all the time, you can't
Okay.
argue with middle schools, man.
100%. I mean, look, it's one of those things that there's so many greats out there. You're splitting hairs when you're trying to go from 4 to 5, 5 to 6. So I guess you kind of already answered this question. Who's the next 2,000-yard rusher next year or in the following year?
I got 3 guys. Like it's gonna be either Jameer Gibbs, Saquon probably. If Saquon stay with the Eagles, he got a chance to do it again. Or Derrick Henry got a chance to do it again, especially with 17 games. And then I heard they trying to change it to 18 games. So
That's tough on the body. I'm sore just thinking about it
Who
right
body?
now. How many yards are you going for right now behind the Eagles offensive line? If you were
oh
running
man,
behind the
I'm
Eagles
going
offense,
crazy, man. Probably 2,500 rushing yards.
Right now. Right
Yeah.
straight out of Mobile.
But, hey, listen, behind that offensive line with all them playmakers, yeah, I go crazy. Too many playmakers. You got a Heisman. You got a guy that's making what 30 million. You got one receiver. You got one receiver and AJ making like 30 million. You got the other receiver, Smith. He making 25 something million. You got Jalen Hurts making 40 million. And then the O line, yeah, man. Yeah, I go crazy.
it is crazy that Saquon's the lowest paid player on that offense by far, and he's the most. If I was Saquon, I would hold out. I would hold out right now and be like, "Yo, I'm not coming back next year unless you double my salary. Give me 25 a year." It's crazy.
And for real, they not
They
even
ain't
in a
gonna be
position
able
to
to
say
pay
no.
out. They ain't gonna be able to pay out them guys that type of money.
I
Oh, I
don't know.
know, but there's probably some guys on that team that I would keep Saquon over. Is all I'm saying.
They
Some
got
of the guys you might have even mentioned, I might have said, "Hey,
But them guys
New
already
England
locked
Patriots."
in. They
Oh,
already
I know.
locked in.
I'm just trying to politic for my guy. All right, CJ, I got another question for you. Tennessee Titans. Obviously, you started your career out. They have the first overall pick. Who are they going with the first overall pick?
I'm not sure who they gonna go with, but I know if I was GM, I'm going Travis Hunter. Give me a quarterback in free agency. Simple. That's what I'm doing.
Hey,
It's nice to see people out there still have logic. It's so nice when real football minds answer questions. I love that.
if you were, because obviously they're going to talk about the quarterback the whole time. We had Trav on our show right after he won the Heisman, generational talent. Which side of the ball are you going to put him on? Where's he's going to be a starter at X and then play where?
I'm putting him starter at DB and then let him come have the offense from time to time.
I told him to go to receiver. They're getting more money at receiver. I said, go be the star receiver, get 40 a year, and then go sprinkle in on defense on third down.
Like, why would you start him at defense over offense?
Why not? Like when you look at his game, like he's a talented athlete, but when you really look at his game and you look at him on the defensive side, you see how he locking these receivers down. And with his ball skills, he gonna get you the ball back. Like you look at just like Dion. Dion was like kind of like the same athlete. We're gonna start him on defense and bring him in there on offense, and that'll make some plays for you. Like even when you talk about receivers, can you really say he was the best receiver in college football last year?
All right. Hey, I'll just think about the money. I just want him to get as much money as possible.
Yeah, he gonna get
But
it.
he could probably get paid like a unicorn.
Right.
Saquon's 30 yards behind Terrell Davis for the all-time regular season plus postseason rushing record. What's more important, the regular season or the whole year, including playoffs?
I would say the whole year because you were actually those are stats that's actually getting you to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl. So that's definitely more important than regular season. Because after the regular season over, like if you didn't make it to the playoffs or no Super Bowl, then it really don't mean nothing. Like you didn't accomplish the team goal that what we was trying to accomplish. So if you can get that record, obviously you did great during the season, and then you get that record on top of that, and it leads to a Super Bowl. Yeah, it's incredible.
All right, what's your prediction for the Super Bowl then? Do the Chiefs three-peat or do the Eagles win and Saquon breaks the record and does it all?
Man, I think Eagles pull it out because year in and year out, Patty, their offense always looked great in this, but this year they haven't been looking as good, but they've been finding a way to win every game. They've been finding a way to win at the end of the game, and I just think with Philly, they got too many playmakers, and I don't think that Patty is going to be able to pull it out in the end.
What's up with the disrespect for Patrick Mahomes, though? He wasn't even a Pro Bowler this year, though. That's kind of crazy, right?
It's crazy, but if you're looking at the who had the best stats and who had the better years, like if it's guys over him that had the better years, then they deserved it. Just because he may have won more games, that don't mean he should be a pro bowler over a quarterback that may have more yards or more touchdowns and less interceptions.
Well, that leads right into one of my last questions. Who's the MVP then?
MVP, man, I really think it should be co-MVPs this year, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen.
No, I love Lamar. All right, and offensive rookie of the year. Is it even a question?
No, not a question. That's not even a question.
And then best rookie. That was probably the best rookie season of all time by Jaden.
Not a question.
Right. Yeah, not a question.
All right, so I won't even ask those ones. All right, we can end on this one. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, they have the three-peat, what does that do for Patrick Mahomes' legacy? When can we start making the case that he might be the GOAT over Tom Brady?
He can't. How many did I put him at? 3,
It'd be his
4?
fourth.
Yeah, Brady got 7. Brady got 7.
Yeah, but what Pat still has? How old's Patrick? 29. He's still going to have another 10 years.
Yeah, he have to get there first now. Brady got 7. Can't ever say he the GOAT until he get as many as Brady got. He got 4. He need 3 more.
That's an argument I never heard nobody say yet. That's a fact.
And here's the other thing too. If they're tied and Brady beat him head to head, will Brady always have? Does he need 8 to beat Brady then?
Yes, he need 8.
Jeez.
If they're tied and Brady beat him in the head-to-head, it automatically go to Brady.
All right, well, you heard it here first then.
I'm just saying that's a fact because he could win 3 in a row and then mess around not win ever again. And we done messed around, dubbed him the greatest of all time too early.
Well, that's the thing too. You have to like longevity is something too. To be able to do something for 20 some years, that's a major component of what made Tom Brady so great. So I'm with you on that. I think we got to press pause on that. 3 in a row is crazy though.
It is crazy, but also like towards the end of his career, everyone started trying to give it to Belichick. My boy switched whole organizations and still went and did it again. Against who? You feel me? Like I don't know. I don't like he just said. You do have to pass him to even be back in that convo. And Chris, I appreciate you jumping on with us, talking some football, talking some playoff stuff. Like you said, I hope a lot of your predictions come true. Good luck to you down there in Mobile. If you see my dog Scatterbo, tell him I said what's up.
All
Justin, what
right.
you got for us?
Chris, man, I appreciate you inspiring a generation. Me and AJ were talking about it before, man. When all of us were, as we were growing up, having you on our fantasy teams, having you on our Madden teams, man, you set the standard. We appreciate you, man, and we will talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
By now, y'all know what third and short is. We're just going to recap our favorite moments from these past weekend's games. We only had 2 to talk about. 2 great games, by the way. Well, 2 big games, by the way. Yeah. I mean,
big games.
Yeah, I thought. No, the second game was pretty good.
Great game.
Bills Chiefs game was pretty good. I mean, I lost some money on that. I wanted to throw a remote through the TV, but both games was pretty good, bro. That Eagles Commanders game, it was there for a minute and then it wasn't.
Those turnovers, man. Turnovers. Let's start with the Eagles Commanders. 55 Eagles, Commanders 23. Jaden Daniels still balled out. His team, the costly turnovers, Diami Brown, his turnover, Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler is unfortunate. I love Austin. That one definitely hurt. And then the kickoff return, like the Commanders did everything that they don't normally do. It's like the Eagles are their kryptonite because in week 16, the same thing happened. But Jaden almost brought them back. He was driving. Man, I was cheering for the Commanders. I was cheering for the Commanders hard.
I think America might have been cheering for the Commanders, man.
You know what I was most impressed by? I was most impressed by Jalen Hurts. Everyone this week was saying the Eagles are better at every position but quarterback. Yes, Jaden Daniels amazing.
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
I feel you, but boy, Saquon, he never fails to amaze me.
Oh, I mean, like, come on now. That's a given. But we knew that Saquon Barkley was the best running back in football going into this playoffs. We knew that he was gonna set the tone. Now, the first run was absolutely incredible. I'm saying the entire game though, Jalen Hurts coming in had a little bit of an issue with the knee. People were kind of trashing him all week long. And he's like, you know what? Let me just go out there and show you I'm still him. I outdueled Mahomes in the last Super Bowl, and it's time to go match up again. I mean, last Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts had 4 touchdowns in the last Super Bowl, too, against the Chiefs. I'm excited for this rematch. Jalen Hurts has to be getting his get right game ready. He's the first quarterback, give you a stat, first quarterback to lose his Super Bowl debut and make it back to the Super Bowl again. First player ever. Yes.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
All right, so the Eagles dominate. They score 55 points. It's the most that has been scored in a championship game in a long, long time. They were showing highlights that the last time the guys were in black and white. They weren't wearing helmets. It was bad. Eagles rushed for 7 touchdowns. Probably the best game. When you said great games, I thought you were talking about this Chiefs-Bills game because that was a great game, right?
Yeah, well, it was. And honestly, it went the way I thought it was going to go up until like the last 2 or 3 drives. And then I said, here go the Chiefs doing Chiefs stuff. I really thought Josh Allen was going to find a way to win that game. And even on that 4th down, whatever it was, when they rushed him and he just threw the ball up to make a play, his man's dropped mama's milk. I don't care. Man, he panicked. He trusted his man. He got it right to him and he dropped mama's milk. I mean, Mark Andrews dropped mama's milk. Word, you got to catch that. To go to the Super Bowl, you got to be able to make them type of plays, bro.
I guess that's a little bit of karma, though, for the Bills. Like, hey, you got here because someone dropped the ball, and now your tight end dropped the ball, and now the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl again. What were your take on the refs for the Chiefs and the Bills game?
Bro, look, I really do understand what people are talking about now when they say, like, it's the Bills versus the refs. I get it. Yes, refs can't, they can't control every aspect of the game, but there was a lot of pivotal points in that game when I'm looking at the screen like, yo, what are you looking at? Like, Xavier Worthy's catch?
Oh, we're going catch.
Are you kidding me?
I think you need to have a segment called...
offense, but I don't even think that was a tie.
I think you have to do a segment called AJ's Pivotal Points of the Playoffs.
I put that much emphasis on the P? My bad.
Yeah,
but
you did.
My stars. You can't tell me. Bro, I didn't think that was a catch at all. Next thing I know, the replays go away and they line it up and I'm like, yo, hold on. It's like, I was like, what? They got robbed. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Or
Here's
even
my
that
thing with the
fourth
refs.
down. What's up?
Here's my thing with the refs. Yeah, the fourth down. I think he was. I think he was short.
I thought he was short too.
Whatever they marked it, you're going to keep the call. If they would have said he got it, there was no way to overturn that call one way or the other. What I will say, if you want to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And if you let the Kansas City Chiefs hang around, they are too good. They are too talented. They got Patrick Mahomes. They got Andy Reid. Two of the best game. Like, they know how to manage the game. They know how to get to the line quickly. The last game or the last play of the game, the Samaje Perine, the route they ran out of the backfield was beautiful.
Don't talk to me.
Patrick Mahomes running with the ball. The Chiefs were stealing plays out of the Ravens playbook. They were running that counter option, and Patrick Mahomes is out there trying to give his Lamar Jackson impersonation. I want to hate on Chiefs because I'm tired of the same teams getting to the Super Bowl. I get it. We're fatigued. Chiefs and Eagles again. But these are the two best teams in the NFL, and it's only right that they square off for the rematch.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like when a lot of the same teams go back. I do. Everyone's like, oh, they keep winning. So figure out how to stop him. They keep winning, but y'all keep losing. Figure out how to stop him.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, they only got Mahomes, and y'all got all this film of Mahomes. So stop him. Oh, they're only winning by such and such, but they're only winning. They keep winning. And it's like even going into the Super Bowl, bro. They're just bro, I'm telling you, I don't think he's past Tom Brady yet. I think he's a long ways away from passing Tom Brady. But he's got that same effect of I think they can beat them, but you know what I'm saying? It's like he just always finds a way to figure it out. I mean,
if you look at this matchup, the Eagles are better than the Chiefs everywhere. Everywhere. Maybe the interior offensive line, quarterback, tight end, and head coach. That's the only area where the Chiefs might have the advantage.
Did you say the interior offensive line?
Yeah, the Chiefs have a really, really good interior offensive line. Like guard, center guard.
I don't think it's better than the Eagles, but I'm going to leave that alone.
It is. Trey Smith, Creed Humphreys, Joe Tooney. Even though Tooney's playing left tackle, the Eagles lost Landon Dickerson last game to an injury. Cam Jurgens is hurt. Mekhi Becton is good. He's not great. He's not better than Trey Smith. So the Chiefs are better on the interior offensive line. No question. Eagles are way better at tackle. Eagles had the two best tackles maybe in the NFL.
Bro, I had Mahomes under 240 passing yards.
Oh, you're sick. The last play.
The last play, he was at like 228, something like that. They throw a freaking out route. Buddy just forgets how to tackle. He goes over by 5 yards and he come out and take a knee. I almost cried. Because I had Amari Cooper with 30 receiving yards. And he had 28. And they just took him out the game. They threw him a little bubble. I started screaming. I said, I got it. It was like a minute left in the game. I said, I got it. And then now I'm thinking, yo, if Josh Allen go down and they kick a field goal, they're going to go to overtime. I'm screwed. So now I'm like, you know what? Forget it. Chiefs back to the Super Bowl. Stop him. Man, they stopped him. I'm like, yes. Then I realized, I'm like, wait a second.
You already counted that as a win, didn't you?
They got to keep getting first down before they can take this knee. They strapping their run game. I'm like, oh my God. He's throwing the ball. I'm like, yo. And then on another ticket, I had James Cook with 87 rushing yards. Bro, he had 85. Looking downfield, obviously the Super Bowl, we got 2 weeks for that. So next up, we got the Pro Bowl. We already kind of talked about Patrick Mahomes not getting a Pro Bowl pick this year. Who else do you think got snubbed around the league?
Ooh, okay. So I definitely think Mahomes is number one on got snubbed. I had to look up some names. On other people that got snubbed. James Cook from the Buffalo Bills. I think he had like 16 rushing touchdowns this season. He should have been in the Pro Bowl. His brother tweeting out he should make $20 million a year. Jonnu Smith down in Miami. I get Brock Bowers put up historic numbers. I get Travis Kelce has the Taylor Swift effect. But I think Jonnu Smith was the best tight end in football down the stretch. He was balling. Brian Thomas Jr. from Jacksonville Jaguars. He was a dude that I get the Jaguars were bad, so I get probably why he didn't make it. Those would probably be some of the guys. The defensive side of the ball, a former teammate of mine, actually, Zach Allen, didn't make the Pro Bowl. I think he was second team All-Pro. he was probably a guy that he should have made a Pro Bowl. But sometimes the fan voting gets involved, and some of the bigger names don't always make it. Who are your Pro Bowl snubs?
I mean, attack me if you want to, but I'm looking at a lot of receivers on a Pro Bowl roster, and a lot of them track. Unless I'm tripping right now, y'all let me know down in the comments. But I can't really think of any receivers that got snubbed this year. Can you? I know there might be one person I'm like, wow, I blew it.
Well, I said Brian Thomas. I said Brian Thomas Jr. I thought he was one of the guys that.
What about Malik Neighbors?
Made it.
Oh, see, exactly, yeah. Nah, I mean, okay, I'm taking Brian Thomas, yeah, because I mean, isn't he still a NFL Rookie of the Year candidate?
Yeah, he should be in that
conversation. I'm a candidate for the MVP. Not even how I'm a finalist for a Rookie of the Year, and I can't even get a Pro Bowl. Can't even add a Pro Bowl to my accolades. Yeah, so I'm taking Brian Thomas Jr. Yeah, he should have been the Pro Bowl. And
he might still get in. Maybe somebody
drive.
Maybe somebody doesn't opts out of it, or someone gets hurt and he gets in. So just know there may be some people that are coming in that are backups that are getting into the Pro Bowl. We're going off of the original voting, people. Don't go crazy. But let us know in the comments who you think got snubbed from the Pro Bowl. I'm excited a little bit to see what they do. They're trying to think of new ways. The Manning brothers are coaching it. Okay. I know they're doing some 7-on-7 stuff. So it'll be a fun weekend. I know the guys always enjoy going out there. All right, so we're not going to dive too much into the Super Bowl. We have a great episode coming out next week about it. We had an amazing guest on today. We had NFL legend CJ2K. That was amazing. AJ didn't know James Cook was Dalvin Cook's brother. I didn't know Jahmyr Gibbs.
You wouldn't want to throw me under the bus. I was about to cut you off. Yeah, get finished. My bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, I didn't know Jahmyr Gibbs, which I should have. So you can fry both of us up in the comments. But we will see you guys next week. We appreciate it.
Just fry him. Leave me alone. Stay beautiful. Deuces.